Placing your hands in your lap, close your eyes. Breath by breath, give yourself the opportunity to ground into stillness. Stillness is relative, really, but you can feel there's subtle movement happening with each breath. So by stillness, I'm not referring to stagnation or fixed position. Simply a more sweet anchoring into the space, into your body, connecting to your breath with your body seated. I invite you to feel the breath as if really tuning into it for the very first time with a brand new perspective. And just take note of how delightful that feels. As you exhale, ground into the sits bones evenly on both sides. Keeping that steadiness in your seat. As you inhale, lift up through the spine, continuing through the heart, through the neck, through the crown of the head. And keeping that inner buoyancy effortlessly alive within you, exhale the breath long, all the way out. And with the breath still moving now, take your hands to your heart in a prayer. With reverence, take a moment to connect to your body. So much potential in the body. May we tap into this potential lovingly tonight. With the breath still moving in and out, go ahead and take your hands to your shins and start to move the body. And it's a really kind of like a slow, subtle movement, but in a figure 8. Through the very low spine and then the pelvis. It almost just feels like you're just rocking side to side. But put a little curve to it around the edges. Allowing the body to move therapeutically in this figure 8 design. Feeling most of the movement right now happening within the pelvis and low back region. You may even feel how the sides of the pelvis change in weight-bearing action. Yeah, keep breathing in deep and out long. And now allow this figure 8 to just move up the spine a little bit. So it's more like in the region of like the navel or just below the navel. Keep breathing here as you guide this figure 8 to move up towards the navel and even just a little bit above it. You can relax the shoulders, energetically open the throat. Here spiraling now at about the low rib cage. It's soft and it's subtle, so no need to over effort. Just move gently with the flow of energy. Starting to bring it up now more into the rib cage. Sensing the lungs being massaged by this deliberate soft, moving with the current of energy, motion through the torso. With the shoulders relaxed, take it up into the heart space region. And up through the collarbones and into the shoulders. If you start to feel like it gets a heady action, like you're really trying to think about how to make it flow, then just soften that. And again, it almost just feels like you're teetering left to right. Put a little bit of curl, a little bit of smoothness on the outer edges. Invite yourself to just follow energy here. As if you're being rocked by the universe and you're just allowing yourself to move with that sweet current. Bringing it up into the neck, throat. Allowing the rest of the body to, it may be like a reverberation of the movement, but keep your awareness in the throat, the neck, bringing it up into the occiput, the skull. Soften the muscles of the face, soften the brow, bringing it all the way up towards the crown. And then just following the energy, allow this spiral to just move up, out through the crown, up into the stars above. Play with it, move with it, breathe into it. No need to overanalyze it. Enjoy the freedom in that. Relax the knees. Feel the space above the crown of your head. One more full breath here. As you exhale, go ahead and settle again with stillness into your seated posture. Let's exhale together with that sighing release. Full inhale. With the next inhalation, effortlessly allow the temple, the vessel of your body to expand open like a tube. With the sits bones grounded, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do that a few times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, opening to spaciousness. Opening to the support of angels. And then drawing that support down, down, down through the tube, through the channel of your body as you exhale. One more time. Right on. Go ahead and, with your hands in prayer, take a moment to sit in stillness and just feel. Feel your body. And allow this vibration to move into any parts of your body that feel really dense, as if allowing this vibration to move into that density, just wondering, ooh, and what's in there, in there, in there. And as you begin to travel into the density with this luscious energy, just take note of what happens. Allow yourself to expand. Let's go ahead and take the feet forward. So we're going to take the feet and we can take one block right in between the feet, coming into Omega pose. So it's like butterfly pose, but if you were to look here, it would be a diamond through the legs. You can take the hands at about to the top of the shins. As you inhale, arch the low back, lift the heart. So it's more like we're opening through the hinge of the heart. That's where the movement is happening through the spine, more in the thoracic spine. And then go ahead and leading with the heart, lengthen and fold. And as you exhale, lift the low belly and round back to come on up. And we're going to continue to undulate this for a few rounds of breath, arching as you swan dive into the fold, and then rounding to reverse that using the abdominals, using the low belly, using actually a lot of muscles in the core as you round back. However the breath wants to move, go ahead and feel free to explore in that. And now go ahead and follow the energy. So it feels like you're dancing, moving alongside of an energetic flow as you move through this a few more rounds. Lifting the low belly as you round back. Come on up into a neutral spine. Take a moment to pause here with the hands at heart. Just taking an opportunity to feel the energy moving through you, moving through your body. Feel your body. Feeling the body as energy, not stagnant, not stuck. The reality of it is that our body isn't dense. It's 99.99999% space. Let's delight in the exploration of this space tonight. Go ahead and open up the legs at about 90 degrees. Toes pointing straight up. Hug the muscles of the quads to the bone. And we're going to take this figure 8 over one leg at a time. And it can start out slow. So no right or wrong here. Again, I'm just inviting you to explore. Explore tempo. Explore depth. And charge the muscles of the quads so that you tone, as you tone the quad muscles, it roots the femur bones towards the floor, creating a solid anchor in your foundation. So as you swan dive towards one leg, it's the thoracic spine that's opening. And as you round it back, really lift the low belly, almost like you're lifting your guts out of the pelvis, out of the low belly, and up towards the heart. I was just introduced to the analogy of there being like a golden ball, a golden spear right in the pelvis. So instead of thinking of lifting your guts, you can think of lifting that golden ball as you draw back. Go ahead and just play with it, a little bit more flow for just a few breaths. One more full inhale. One more full exhale, and then with the legs open, go ahead and come on up to an upright seated posture. There's a firm embrace in the legs, not rigid, hands to heart, crown of the head reaching towards the sky. With your legs solid, feel the heaviness of your foundation, the steadiness of the foundation. Yet at the same time, with the energy flowing through you, tune into the space above the crown of the head. Staying open to it all, inhale, stretch the arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart. We're going to take the hands behind us, place the feet on the floor about hip distance apart. I like to turn my hands not 90 degrees, but in just a little bit. So find the place that works best for you with your hands. Some people like it even turned out. Rock to the front of the pelvis, lift the heart, feel the tone in the whole back body. And then go ahead and follow that. Lift the hips, come on down. Oh yeah, and you just kind of neutralize it there through the center. So once the pelvis hits the floor, just kind of neutralize it. And then go ahead again, arch the low back, lift the heart. Get nice and open through the thoracic spine. Ground the inner edges of the hands, lift the hips. Oh yeah, go ahead and just play with that a few rounds. You can even spread the toes, creating awareness all the way from mind from head into feet. Two more times. With the inseams of the hands grounded, you can really rotate the forearms in energetically. That'll additionally help you anchor the inner edges of the hands. And then keeping that, I want you to rotate out through the upper arm bones so that you feel as you do that, the heart space becomes more open. The upper back becomes more toned. Forearms spinning in, one more time. Upper arm bones spinning out. Root the tailbone, extend through the knees. Nicely done. Come on down. We're going to go ahead and rock and roll. Yeah, keep that breathing alive. We're going to rock and roll all the way up to a seated pose. Okay, now we're going to take a strap here. So if you can find a strap. And we're going to, I like to double up the strap here so that it's not having like this happening on one side. So you can double it. The hands will be shoulder width at least or wider. Go ahead and roll. Come on back up to a chair pose. Now if you need to use your hands for the assistance of the roll, for you with your tailbone, let's go ahead and just not have you roll at all. So let's just have you hold here. And if you need the hands for assistance, then just don't use a strap and just pretend like you have a strap there. We're going to do this a few rounds. Energizing the legs. Let's do two more. Awesome, Trish. Breathing into the back body. And that's how you're going to stimulate your back body here, Trish, by not rolling, but breathing into the back body. So curl the tailbone down. Lift the golden ball, and let's all meet here in chair pose. And go ahead and start to, as if you're canoeing side to side again, creating a figure eight. Lifting the golden ball through the pelvis. Breathe deep and use the obliques. Keep going. Can you feel as you pull back, you're really using the obliques? And as you pull to the right, pull back through the right side body and use the obliques there. Yeah, staying low in the seat is keeping those legs charged. Keep the knees as wide as the ankles. We're almost there. Let's do two more each side. Soften the gaze. Lift the golden ball. Oh yeah, come through center. Inhale, stand. Draw the inner armpits back. Good, and come on back down to a seat. Inhale, inner armpits back. Ground down through the legs. Lift up through the low belly and heart. Here we go, exhale. Ground through the legs. Lift through the golden ball. Lift through the heart. Lift up through the crown of the head. Now, if you have a tendency to hyperextend, I want you to really tune in with clarity into your knee joints and elbow joints as you come standing. One more. Nice. Go ahead and take the strap behind you. Inhale, lift up through the heart and fold. You can let the head become traction for the rest of the spine. Let the head go. Breathe into the back body. Bend the elbows a little bit, and you can start to choke into the strap so your hands become closer. Nice. Go ahead and take the strap down back behind your booty, back underneath the ankles, and just move the strap over to the side now. With the feet grounded, place your fingertips onto the floor. Inhale, look up. Exhale, right leg back, coming into a low lunge. Inhale, stretch the arms to the sky. Exhale, touch the floor. Jump switch. Low lunge, inhale, high lunge. Good. Exhale, jump switch. We're going to repeat that a few rounds. Instead of jumping, switching, you can always step switch. And your tempo speed might be different than our tempo speed. Lift your back rib cage here as the arms stretch up. Creating a pulsing movement, a pulsing flow. Contraction, expansion, contraction, expansion. Come on, tone the muscles of the back leg. Tone them to the bone. And from your pelvis with the front knee bent, stretch way back through that strong back leg. Way past the heel. Nicely done, hands to floor, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a few breaths here as you walk the dog. Getting into the Achilles, the calves. Extend the hips straight back. Ground the inner edges of the hands to the floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times, keeping your knees as wide as your ankles as you down dog. From down dog, bring the feet together, bend the knees. Lift through the inner armpits. Lift through your floating ribs. And maintaining that stability in arms and in torso, inhale, lift the right leg up and hold. So here, the inner thigh leads the way. So you feel your outer right hip roll down towards the earth, creating squareness in the pelvis. Keep breathing. We're gonna hold here for a few deep breaths. The supporting leg is a little bent. Spread your back toes and point them down towards the floor. Firmly hug the muscles of the legs to the bones. Maintaining that, hug the back leg to the midline. With your breath moving freely from your heart, exhale and reach with longing down through the arms into your hands. Keeping that extension alive in the arms, soften your gaze, and from your heart, reach way back generously through your strong, straight back leg past your heel. 3-legged plank. Exhale, right knee to heart. Inhale, 3-legged dog. We're gonna pulse that. Exhale, 3-legged plank. Right, reach through that back leg. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Keep the hips square. As that leg reaches above the head, squeeze your glutes. As you come into 3-legged plank, hold. Shoulders over wrist. Hug your back shin, the base of the shin, into the midline. So here the right foot is off the floor. The right knee is drawing up towards the heart, up towards the face even. If you want to modify, you can lower your left knee to the floor. Spread your right toes. Take one more full breath into the back body. And now we're going to stay in a 3-legged plank, but just take your right leg back, extend it long. Keep it lifted off the floor. And come down to your belly slowly. Inhale, cobra. Let's pulse. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, come on down. That heats you up, yeah? Inhale, cobra. Exhale down, a few rounds here. Nice, simple, basic sequencing. So don't get lost in autopilot. Spread your toes. Embody the feet, the legs. With the light of your awareness. A body of light. Cobra hold. Ground the inner edges of the hands. Good, and isometrically pull them back. As you do that, can you feel your low back get longer? Keeping that stretch back more through your legs to really balance the reach through the low back. Legs reaching back, low back reaching forward. Exhale, keeping your arms strong, just melt your heart space. One more breath like that. Keep working those hands, draw them back. Exhale, melt your heart space. Downward facing dog. Let's go ahead and bring the feet together, bend the knees, lift the inner armpits, soften your heart.
Lift the floating ribs. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Hug the legs to the midline. We're going to hold here, so go ahead and deepen the breath. Find a smooth movement through the breath. Here we're in downward facing dog with a leg lifted, holding on our second side. Press your finger pads into the floor and feel the forearms tone, presence in the arms. Keeping that, lift up from the underside of your wrist all the way into your armpits. And maintaining that strength, that lift there, go ahead and melt your heart as you exhale. It's just an energetic opening into more fullness. From your heart, reach down through the bones of the arms into your grounded finger pads. And from your heart, reach back your back tone, strong leg past your heel. Come on, hug that left glute. Good, exhale, three-legged plank, knee to chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Good, create flow with breath. Simple sequencing. Light of awareness shining through the whole body. We're moving energy. Creating a vessel that's fluid, not sticky and fixed, but flowing and open to grace. Check those floating ribs in your three-legged down dog. Let's go ahead and meet in three-legged plank, knee to heart. Hug the legs to the midline, especially the base of your back shin bones. Hug them to the midline. From your pelvis, reach back through your back heel. Keeping that, lift your knee a little higher. And enjoy a full breath all the way in and all the way out here. I promise you can do it. One more breath. Extend your left leg back. With your left leg lifted, come down slow to your belly, cobra. Oh yeah, pulse that a few times. This time through cobra, though, we're gonna alternate bending one knee at a time. Creating like a little feminine flare. Through the cobra. If you wanna come up onto your ridge tops or fingertips, you can, to get out of the wrist. Still moving through the thoracic spine. So it's the hinge of the bra, that hinge in the spine that should be curling the most, not in the low back. One more. Oh yeah, thumbs to the base of the breast. Push straight up, plank pose, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Look to the top of your mat. Bend your knees, spring or step into Uttanasana, forward fold. Lift your belly, ground through the legs. Inhale, rise all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, swoop the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, Uttanasana, forward fold. Hug the legs to the midline. Inhale, look up. Exhale, right leg back. Spin the back heel down. Left forearm to left thigh, right arm reaches overhead. Modified parsvakonasana. Hug the legs to the midline, as if you were trying to draw your feet towards each other, but they don't move, but that action is alive. Now go for it. Straighten the top arm. Move the groins back, and as you do, you'll feel your heart teeter-totter forward a little bit. Now keep the groins open. Scoop your left sit bone under. Lift your golden ball. Lift your golden ball. Reach down energetically longer through your back leg. Keeping that root in the back leg, lift the heart, reach out through your right arm, and bend the front knee a little bit deeper without losing the lift in the back inner thigh. Bend the front knee deeper. Inhale, come on up to Vira II. Take a moment to tune into the alignment of your shoulder blades, your upper body posture. Just explore it. No need to get it perfect, just explore. Move with the energy. Find a nice balance from left side to right side. With your heart buoyant, tone the back inner thigh. Come on, hug that muscle to the bone. And we're gonna flow. Bend the right leg, turn your left leg parallel, and come on down into a little ninja. Good, come on back up, Vira II. So as we transition, the front foot, the toes turn in. So the feet are parallel, then bend your back knee, extend your left arm towards your left foot, and the right elbow just reaches back. Good, now tone this left inner thigh. Good, keep it lifting away from the floor. Come on up, spin your left toes forward, Vira II. Find your flow. Spin that front foot, bend the back knee. Move with breath, Vira II. I want you to move as if this were an inner thigh, not as if it absolutely is, an inner thigh exercise. In Vira II, it's the back inner thigh that's strengthening, that's toning. And as you come into ninja, it's the left inner thigh that's active and engaged. But stay open. So although you're very aware and very much articulating this tone through the inner thighs, continue to breathe into your back body. Let the energy of your heart space expand, stretching, reaching past the hands. And we're going to meet in ninja pose. Now, you have a choice to make it pretty deep by bending your right knee a lot, or just coming on up. You can even narrow your stance, okay? So those are two ways to modify. Narrow the stance and come up so it's not so deep. Tone the left inner thigh. Hug the legs to the midline. Lift the golden ball. Soften the gaze as you breathe into your back body. Moving energy as you breathe. One more breath all the way in. Exhale, Vira II. Left forearm to left thigh, right hand overhead. Oh yeah, modified parsvakonasana. Let's flow. Come on up, Vira II. Reverse warrior. Modified parsvakonasana. You don't have to modify it. Whoa, you can take the left hand to the floor. I guess that's where I'm going. So you've got options there. But as you come through transitioning these two poses, stand up tall and bright through the middle line. Shine that light out past the boundary of your skin as you reach down through the legs and up through the spine. Tune into the energy of the eyes. So even the eyes are emanating this light. Keep the front knee bent one more time. Vira II. Spin the back heel. Hands to floor. Take the back foot in a step. Parsvakonasana. Bringing the front leg straight or towards straight. Inhale, look up. Exhale, undulate. Arch it down. And then roll it up. Lift the golden ball. Lift up through the core and extend long. Exhale, lead with the heart. Inhale, curl it up. Lift the ball. Lift the abdominals. Stretch forward through the crown of the head. Two more. Energetically reach like dynamite through that back leg. Nice. Go ahead and inhale, extend. Take the right hand to the inner or outer edge of the left foot. Left hand to the hip. Hug the legs to the midline so much that you feel your inner thighs. Happy to be here supporting you. They're integrated. They're firm. Stretch down through the back leg, stretch forward through the spine. And as you exhale, twist from your right side. The first exhalation's in the low back. Inhale with your back leg long, stretch the spine. The next exhalation's in the mid back. Hug those inner thighs. Inhale, get long in the spine. This time, twist into the thoracic spine. Draw your left arm bone back. Not the left elbow per se, but the left armpit, the left shoulder. One more breath, possibly gazing to the wall or sky. Now breathe with your inner thighs still active. Reverse the twist. Bring the head out. Bring the thoracic spine out. Mid back, low back, hands to floor. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, step back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. I'm just gonna fix my blankie. Inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, come on down, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step on through, low lunge. Spin the back heel down. Inhale, come on up to modified. I'm gonna spin around to face you. Modified parsvakonasana. Awesome, good. So the back foot is parallel to the back edge of the sticky mat. The front foot is facing forward. The back leg is straight, the front knee is generously bent. Find space in the sits bones by moving the groins back. Keep the space in the sits bones, but just scoop your front butt cheek under you, activating your glutes, activating your pelvic floor. Now as you do that, I want you to keep moving the inner thigh of the back leg behind you at the same time that your sits bone scooping in forward to the front plane of view. So it's like a reverse corkscrew happening in the legs. Good, inhale, come on up, Vira II. A few deep breaths here. The gaze can be straight ahead so that the spine is forward, or you can turn your gaze over the front fingers. Open the sits bones, move the groins back. Keep the inner thigh moving back. So it's a integration of the back inner thigh to hold it there as you scoop your front sit bone under, under, under. Keep lifting the golden ball, lift up through the heart, stretch out through the arms. Feel the energy in the palms of your hands. Can you feel how since you're looking at your front hand, you can really feel like the front hand more? The energy there? So now let the gaze of your awareness light up your whole body so that you can feel the energy in the back palm just as much as the front. Staying full of light, ninja. Spin the front foot parallel to the back, bend the back knee. Front inner thigh active. Good. Spin the front foot forward, Vira II. The arms can move effortlessly in a dance. Front foot parallel to back, circle the arms, front arm reaches towards the front foot. Keep the shoulders on the back, back elbow bends. Yes, here we go, flow, Vira II. Back inner thigh, tone it to the bone, lift it away from the floor. Breathe your way on back, switch that front foot, bend the back knee, move the groins back, lift the belly. Yeah. Inner thighs activate. Energy flow. Sensitivity, awareness, open, that you can even feel the energy in the palms of the hands. Not only can you feel the earth beneath your feet, yet you're still connected to the space above the crown of the head. Yes, awesome balance through the legs, ladies. One more Vira 1, Vira 2, and we'll meet in ninja. Here we go. 2 ways to modify ninja. Bend the left leg less. Yet another way is to take your stance a little closer. It'll allow you to, contain the power of the pose. Allow this pose to gift you its potency. Breathe in deep, breathe out long. Energetically let yourself open to receive. Yeah. Vira II. Modified parsvakonasana. Lift the back inner thigh away from the floor, bend the front knee deeper. And let's flow. Stand up tall and bright through Vira II. Reverse warrior. Back hand down the back shin. Top arm overhead. Little arch which curls through the thoracic spine. Great. Get nice and tall through that center. Go ahead and bend that front knee really deep. Stretch long like an energetic plug in to the support of the earth. The plug, it starts in the center of the pelvis and it grounds through the back leg past the foot. Delight in your ability to ground into something so supportive and so willing to be here for you. Go ahead and come up through Vira II. Spin the back heel, low lunge. Back foot in a step, parsvakonasana. So you want to step in close enough that you can ground your inner heel of the back leg. Go ahead and flow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inner thighs, activate. Hug the legs to the middle. As you do that, you will feel the inner edges of both feet ground a little more firmly into the floor. Okay, so keeping that, take your outer right hip back a little bit and scoop your right sit bone underneath you quite a bit. If your right knee hyperextended when you did that, go ahead and back off the hyperextension. 2 more. Can you feel that right hip want to pop forward? As you extend forward, keep resisting it back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, preparing for twist. Left hand to the inside, which will make it more stable, or to the outside, which makes it a little more challenging. Go ahead and prepare with your right hand now at your hip. Hug the legs to the midline. Ground the right heel into the floor and isometrically pull the right heel back even a little bit. With your legs firm, inhale, stretch the spine long. Exhale with the inner thighs supporting you, hugging into the midline, twist from the low back. A few breaths on your own here, allowing that twist to move up the spine with each exhalation. Massaging inner organs, moving energy. Take the outer right hip back. Scoop the right sit bone under. Unwind from top to bottom, slowly, even slower. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Place the hands, step back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, take the right hand to the middle of the mat, stack the legs, side plank. Now you can stagger the legs, which will make the balance easier, and it can make it way less frustrating. So this is one option with the top leg forward and the back leg back, legs staggered. Option 2 would be to stack the legs. We're gonna flow before we get more grounded, more steady. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Is that it? Left. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Yep, bottom knee can be on the floor. Top leg would play the same. Check that supporting elbow is not hyperextending. Ground the inner edge of your hand. Plug it into the earth. One more. Side plank hold. Option 1, stagger those legs. Option 2, stack them. Anchor the tailbone, lift your golden ball. Yes. Good, align the head with the spine. Open the heart, stretch it past the arms. Let the heart even encompass the mind. With your low belly lifted, turn slowly into plank, right to the other side. Go ahead and take the left hand to the middle of the mat, turning into side plank, side 2. Stacking those legs or staggering the feet, your choice. You can even play with changing the stagger. So the bottom leg potentially coming forward as opposed to back, and just see what feels best for you. Ground the tailbone, lift the golden ball and flow. Exhale, elbow to knee, inhale, open it up. Come on, ground the inner edge of that hand and flow. Last 2. Nicely done. Go ahead and extend, stagger or stack the legs. Draw the tailbone down, lift the golden ball. Shine out from heart through hands, allowing the heart space to encompass even the mind. Breathe into the back lungs. Soften the hinge of the jaw. Slowly turn to plank. Come to your knees, cat-cow. One more round. Coming into a neutral spine, we're going to come up into a kneel. Left leg forward. Ground the front heel. We're going to take a few rounds of anjaneasana. Getting into the front of that hip flexor. So the front foot is in front of you enough that when you bend your front knee deeply, you can stay grounded in the front heel. So if your front heel pops, you need to take the front foot a little more far forward. Resist the back inner thigh, beautiful, from coming towards the floor as you bend the front knee deep. Okay, and keeping that back inner thigh participating with you in that way. Lift the golden ball, hold anjaneasana. Stretch the arms to the sky. With your golden ball lifted, energetically press out through the bones of the legs into your feet, like an unfurling, a blossoming of a flower through the roots of your legs. The energy pushes, expands, it opens, it grounds, it opens, it opens. Lift your belly, lift the heart, stretch through the arms. Exhale, hands to the floor. We're going to take our left foot in front. We're going to take our right forearm to the floor. Go ahead and lift the back leg, coming into a thigh stretch here. Now, if this is excruciating, just come to your belly for your basic old thigh stretch on your belly. You do want to come forward more onto like the base of your femur bone than on your kneecap. Unless it doesn't bother your kneecap, then no worries. Hug the front shin into the midline. Draw the tailbone down, lift the belly, stretch out through the legs as you lift your heart. Spread the back toes. One more full breath all the way in and out here. Good. With the back toes spread, come out of that slow. Release. Go ahead and come up through come back to all fours. Neutral spine. Right leg forward. Anjaneasana a few times, down and up. Good. Anjane, hold. Spread the toes in the back foot. The back toes are curled under. Hug the base of the shin bones in the back leg. Hug the base of the shin bones to the midline. So shins in, starts at the base. Yes, awesome. Lift your golden ball and energetically just push. And it feels like expanding, rooting, grounding, expanding, rooting, grounding through the legs. Keeping that, again, lift the golden ball, lift the heart, lift the side ribs, stretch your arms to the sky. Breathe into the back body, lift up through the heart, lift up through the arms. Awesome, hands to the front knee. Go ahead and draw the hips back, left forearm to thigh. Bend the back knee, take a hold of the foot. Coming into a very funky variation of a thigh stretch.
It's like, where's my foot?
Where's my foot? I can almost feel my hamstring is like, whoa. You found it. Push down through the root of your big toe in that front foot. Yes, feel that, bring shins in. So it's like the base of the shins are hugging in on the front foot and back. Lift the golden ball, press through the legs, stretch the belly out of the hips, lift the heart. Go for it. One more full breath here. Keep the back toes spread. Come out of that slow. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and come through all fours. And let's circle the hips to the right 3 times each direction. Fill it with a lot of breath. Oh, God, it was getting me too. Right on. From there, let's go ahead and come on to our backs. We're going to take a little upside down pigeon action. Left leg over right. Interlace the hands underneath that right quad. With your feet flexed now, draw the pinky toe side of both feet back towards you. We're going to hold this pose for a good 8 breaths on each side. Stay in your body. Stay present with your breath. With each exhalation, you can draw the right thigh closer to your heart. Simultaneously press your left elbow into your left inner thigh and move that knee away from you. Watch the breath all the way in. Watch it all the way out. Keep your foot where it is. Just release your hands. Take the right foot to the floor. Shift the hips over to the right about 1 inch. And then slowly relax the legs over to the left. We're just going to take a little stretch here, a little twist. Keep both shoulders grounded. Spreading the toes to gain a little spaciousness there. Nice. To come out, take your top foot off of the leg and bring the knees back to center. This time, right leg over left. Bring that foot off for a second. Go ahead and just find a neutral spine there with both feet on the floor. Just take a moment to
Let the body assimilate that work for a moment, kind of balance it. There we go. Let's go ahead and switch sides now. Left leg over right. Wait, no, right leg over left. All right, so now we're on our second side of our upside down pigeon. Feet are flexed. Draw the pinky toe sides of the feet back. A good 8 full breaths here. Enjoy this as your opportunity to pamper you, to pamper your hips. To pamper your pelvis, the organs, the reproductive organs. Yet another opportunity for you to pamper you. Three more full breaths. As you draw your left knee towards you, use your right elbow to move the right knee away from you. Keep your feet active. Slowly and gently arch the low back a little bit, moving the groins away from your body. One more breath. Like you're giving yourself a nice hug. Cuddle it in. And then straighten your arms, left foot to the floor. Shift the hips to the left and slowly release the knees over to the right. Taking a little supine twist here with a little bit of an outer hip stretch. You can use the weightiness of that right foot, even encouraging that left knee towards the floor. Let the breath move up the back body like it's just kissing your spine, kissing your back body. Take the top foot off with your knees bent. Turn back to center, knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor. Go ahead and take the feet into butterfly pose. One hand to belly, one hand to heart. Soften the little muscles around your eyes, allowing the eyeballs to settle into their sockets with ease. Take your hands to your inner knees as you lift your feet. Spread your toes, extend one leg at a time, opening through those inner thighs and inner groins. A little bit more deeply after that ninja play. This is again like pampering the inner thighs. And then go ahead and extend them both. I'm going to pivot just to fit. Extend them both. Move the groins away from your belly. Anchor your tailbone down. Lift the golden ball and stretch enthusiastically out through your legs, past your feet. Nice. Relax the hinge of the jaw here. Yeah, there you go. One more full breath with your feet active. Nice, ladies. Bend the knees. Place your feet to the floor. Extend your legs long. Turn your palms up. Shavasana. If you want to put on any clothes, feel free. We won't be here too long. At home, you can stay here as long as you like. Same for you ladies, actually. No need to rush out of this space. Go ahead and relax the muscles of your quadriceps away from the bones and feel your femur bones settle. Feel the energy pulsing through you, the energy from your practice. So sweet and potent, so full of grace. Truly so full of grace. Relax the body, breathe deep, and allow this energy to move through you. Invite it to dissolve any stickiness or fixed positions that are not serving you. Feel how amazing the ease, no need to force. And the life force, she flows, she moves. With your body relaxed, bring your mind into your heart. With the mind into the heart, allow this mind-body connection to drop back into this expansive place where life force moves effortlessly. A sea of grace. Truly a blessing to enter this space. A space that holds us all. Namaste.